In this video, I'm going to share with you my morning and evening skincare routines for spring-summer 2026. I've changed my routines quite considerably from my winter skincare because my skin had been reacting adversely to some of the products I'd been using. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through exactly what I use, all the steps I take as I actually do them. So you will see my morning skincare routine followed by my evening skincare routine in real time. So without further ado, let's start with my morning skincare routine. Good morning. I'm about to start my morning skincare routine, and the first thing I do about 4 to 5 times a week is use my ZIIP Halo. This is the latest version. It's the 2.0, and I'm going to apply the golden gel first. This is specifically for mature skins. And although the ZIIP Halo does have lots of different programs in the app, I tend not to do them. And I only tend to do the lower half of my face. That's the bit that I would like to improve if I possibly can in the jowl area. Now, I don't expect any long-term benefits from the ZIIP Halo, but it's difficult to know. Like I often say on my channel, everything I do for skincare is a punt because I'm 71 and it's difficult to know whether anything I do will ever have any lasting effect unless I have surgery or Botox or something. And I'm not inclined to do either of those things at the moment. But what I am inclined to do is do what I can to improve my skin. And this is meant to stimulate collagen and elastin in my skin. And obviously, if it can do that, it can help to regenerate those things and hopefully keep my skin looking younger for longer. But that's all I can hope for. So I tend to just do the 2 minutes per side version, but even then I don't actually necessarily do it 2 minutes per side. I might just do what I feel like doing, which to be honest is just massaging it over my face. And I really enjoy using this. It just massages the face, and I can't have facials because I'm terribly ticklish under my neck. I just can't bear anyone to touch me. I find it very difficult to be touched under here without laughing. It's the same with my feet actually. I find a pedicure very difficult as well. So this is a really great way for me to give myself a facial. I mean, in a way it's a bit like a sort of microcurrent, nanocurrent gua sha. That's what it is really. So it's depuffing the face, massaging it, stimulating the muscles, stimulating the collagen and elastin, and hopefully giving me a little bit of a lift. And then when I've done this, I go in with my skincare. I've had my shower, by the way, and I've taken all my pills and put on my HRT, so my HRT gel, my testosterone cream. I've recently had a blood test to check for all sorts of things, including my estrogen levels and my testosterone levels. So I'm looking forward to getting the results of that. Find out whether I'm taking enough. It just feels really nice. I could do it on my forehead, I suppose, and sometimes I do. If you're inclined to do it for, say, 10 minutes or even 12 minutes, there are programs in the app that you can use, which are nice, but I'm a bit lazy. I don't really want to sit there for 10 minutes, so I tend to do this one instead, which I prefer because it's free form and I can just move the device over my face as I want to, lifting and massaging and stimulating. That's what I like to do. And by the way, I've got a discount code which I will put on the screen and down below in the description box. There we are, that's 4 minutes. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is wipe off the gel. Don't look at this, it's a bit grubby. And then I'm going to start applying my skincare. So we're going to start with the Milky toner, the BYOMA, and I'm going to apply that, a few drops in my hand, rub them together. Oh, it feels so lovely and cooling, refreshing. Oh, I didn't sleep brilliantly. Well, actually, I slept okay, but I just woke up really early this morning, tried to go back to sleep and failed. Never mind, I can always have a nap in the afternoon. Don't tell anyone. So that's the toner. Now, the next thing I'm going to apply is this KORA under eye oil, which I'm finding really lovely and soothing. It's got a little roller ball, a bit like a Mum, those of you in the UK. Do you remember Mum deodorant, the roll-on deodorant? That had a little ball at the end, didn't it? And my lovely friend Amelia got me into this, of Amelia's Beauty Chat. And it's funny, I never really thought that I had dry under eyes, and maybe I don't, but because I was really struggling with concealer, and if you look back and see some of my videos where I was comparing and contrasting some concealers, my under eyes didn't look great. So I thought I would try this under eye oil that she swears by, and I think it's really helping. Now, this is a new product to me as well. This I picked up in Space NK, and it's NATURIUM, I think is how it's pronounced. NATURIUM, not sure. And it's the multi-peptide moisturiser. So the reason I picked this up is, well, A, I've never tried the brand before, but B, because I'm not using vitamin C, I thought I would try some peptides in my moisturiser. So I think this is a good substitute for me for vitamin C. The only thing is, because I've got this milia that's just popped up literally in the last few days, I think I might be overdoing the moisturising in both morning and evening skincare. So I'm going to be quite careful and only use a little bit. So I think I might just use that pea-sized amount, because otherwise I'm going to end up with more milia, I think, because that tends to be, at least I remember ages ago when I went to have a facial a long time ago, and I had a few milia, I was told that it could be because I was using a heavy duty moisturiser that my skin didn't really need. So that seems to be enough, actually, that is enough. But I only started using a moisturiser as an extra step about a year ago, certainly in the daytime, because I used to just rely on my SPF while moisturising. So I don't know whether I need to go back to that, but I just felt that it would be good to have something that's got some actives in it before I then go on to the SPF. And then finally I use my Haruharu Wonder SPF, which I really like. It's definitely been one of my faves, although I used to really like the Perito. I also like the Paula's Choice. And I'm going to be trying, I think I may have mentioned it. No, I didn't mention it. I mentioned it in my faves and fails for spring. I'm going to try the other Haruharu Wonder, the newish one that's got aqua in the title. So I'm going to try that. So that is the final step in my morning skincare routine. So that is my morning skincare routine. Now let's move on to my evening skincare routine. Good evening. We are about to do, the royal we. I'm about to do my evening skincare routine for you. And this is my spring going into summer skincare routine. So I'm going to put my headband and my little my little toweling cuffs on so that I don't get water running down my sleeves. Let me just do that. So headband, these are so useful. I've been using them for years. I used to have another one. This one's slightly grubby now, but don't look. It's got a bit of makeup stain on it, but don't tell anyone. And put my cuffs on, and I think I'll also pin my hair back as well, just so that it doesn't dangle in the sink. We don't want that. And before I start, I'll talk you through the products that I'm going to use. So we're going to start with the first of two cleanses, and the first cleanse is going to be the Haruharu Wonder cleansing oil, which I absolutely love. I'm on about my third bottle, and as you can see, it's well used. And what I do is I cleanse my skin with this first. So I apply a couple of pumps, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I use a damp microfiber cloth. And also, if I'm wearing tubing mascara, which I mostly am at the moment, I'll also put the microfiber cloth, which I put hot water on, so it's nicely hot, and sort of rub it gently over my eyelashes to get the fibres off the mascara. So I'm going to do that first. Then I will follow with the ordinary Glycolipid cleanser. This is a cream cleanser, which is also really good for getting rid of makeup, and I tend to use this if I'm not wearing makeup. I'll probably only do one cleanse because this is, I think, sufficient. But most of the time I am wearing makeup. I wear makeup probably 5 days a week anyway. So that's my second cleanse, and again I'll go in with the microfiber cloth. Then I'm going to go in with my toner. I use it morning and night actually. So then I'll go in with that. When I say go in, I'll pat it up all over my face. I put some in my hand, pat it on my face to make sure it's nicely hydrated after the cleanse. Then at the moment I'm not using my retinol, although I will go back to it again soon, but at the moment I'm using the Remedy for Dark Spots, which has retinol in it, but it's got lots of other ingredients as well, which I'll put down below for you and on the screen as well. And I think it's a really good retinol combo because it's got lots of other things and it's not too harsh. Now, whether it's actually removing any dark spots, I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure that it does, but it certainly hasn't stripped my skin or made it feel uncomfortable. So this goes on next, just one small, like pea-sized amount, which again, I'll show you in a sec. And then finally, I finish off with this new to me cream as well, which is BIOSSANCE. I went a bit bonks actually. It's a Squalane night cream. So I put this on top of my retinol, on top of the Remedy for Dark Spots. Now, I think this is a really good method, and actually I was watching Dr. Sam Ellis, I think it is, talking about the sandwich method, and in a way that's what I'm doing. I've got my Milky toner on first, followed by the retinol, followed by the cream, and then two final products. One is the Dr. Sam lip Flawless Lip. I love this stuff. It's so good for dry lips. It's really excellent. So I put that on. And then finally, I put my eyelash serum on. Now, I've just started using UKLASH because it's so much cheaper than the Revitalash, which I've been using on and off for years. But I have used UKLASH before and I think it's fine. But I thought I'd give it another go, see whether it's still good, because it's about 1/3 of the price of the Revitalash, and I think it has similar ingredients. So I'm going to be using this regularly now to make sure that my eyelashes stay as long as they are, because they've never been longer. They're definitely as long as they've ever been, which is really good because my lashes tended to be, they weren't exactly short, but they were certainly very straight as well. So, and I do get them lifted regularly. So this is what I use, and I think that's it. If I remember, which I don't always, I'll put some cream on my hands. They're really dry at the moment around my nails. I really need to do something about that. So I might do some massaging of cream into them. But the problem is it's really difficult to read when you've got creamy hands, isn't it? But anyway, we do what we can do. Oh, and then about once every 4 weeks, I do a bit of face shaving as well. I use this, but I've also started to use, although not very often, a tweezer. And I know some people are like, oh, if you use a tweezer, it'll come back even coarser. But actually, I did have a really coarse hair here for about 10 years. And I got so fed up with it. I tried to shave it away and it always came back. So in the end, I just thought, I'm just going to tweezer it out. And do you know what? It's never come back. So there you go. So now let me show you these products in action. 2 pumps, rubs in my hands a bit. So I'm going to wet my cloth. I'll turn it off now. And I'm going to rub it onto my eyes gently. I have to be very gently because I had that operation a few years ago and I was told not to rub my eyes too much. So it's better for me to use a cloth, I think, to remove any mascara. I'm just going to wet that a bit more. Get it really hot. There we are. And I'm just going to target my eyelashes. And hopefully, now the mascara I got on today is actually the Victoria Beckham, which it doesn't say it's a tubing mascara, I don't think, but it kind of is. And it usually comes off pretty well. So let's have a look. Yeah, you can see I've got a couple of bits of mascara on my cheek there. Let's get rid of those. And now we'll go in. Now we'll go in with the ordinary cream cleanser. Just about that much should do it. Pop that on. Right, make sure we've got all the mascara off. Oh, it feels nice. There we are. There you have it. Excellent. Right, so pat that dry. Now, usually what I do, in fact, what I'm going to do before I put any skincare on is I'm going to brush my teeth. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, our sparkly pegs are all clean. So now we are going to start applying our products. And we're going to start with the BYOMA Milky Cleanser. And I'm just going to put a little bit in my hand, like so, a few little drops. And then we're going to put it on our skin. Why do we always say we? It's very odd, isn't it? It's like Mrs. Thatcher, we are a grandmother. That was the funniest thing, honestly. Even the Queen didn't say we are and then a singular noun. We are a grandmother. That's not very good grammar, is it? So Milky Toner on, followed by the Remedy for Dark Spots. And we're going to put a decent sized, I would say, about that much. And I watched Dr. Sam Ellis do this. In fact, Dr. Sam, the other Dr. Sam, the Irish Dr. Sam, she does a similar thing. She does a 13 dot technique. And Dr. Sam Ellis did something similar. It wasn't 13, but it was something like that. She put it between her fingers and then massaged it. I'm a bit more slapdash than that, but I suppose the thing is you've got to make sure that it does cover your entire face. So, and neck actually. I'm lucky that my neck isn't sensitive to retinol or retinal or tretinoin or anything, but it has been sensitive in the winter, which is why I've kind of steered clear of using my tretinoin, and also I had major problems with vitamin C, so I've given up using vitamin C completely now. So we've got the retinol on, and then we're going to follow it with the BIOSSANCE cream. I'm just going to use a tiny bit. So we're just going to gently and judiciously, no, that's not quite the right word. It's not judicious, is it? It's the opposite of liberally, whatever that is. Sparingly, that's the word I'm looking for. We're going to sparingly apply, there's another split infinitive for you. Sparingly apply the cream. Now, why am I using this cream? I think I just fancied something a bit more luxe, and this is very luxe. BIOSSANCE is a luxe brand, isn't it? But it is unfragrant, as all the products I use are. So we put that on, then we go in with the, in this instance, UKLASH. Where's that mirror gone? Oh, there it is. Then we're going in with the UKLASH. I'm just going to apply it just above my lashes there, like so. Ooh, there we go. And then finally, we will put some Dr. Sam's Flawless Lip on. And that is my evening skincare routine. So there you have it. Those are my daily skincare routines for morning and evening on my very mature 71-year-old skin. So what do you think? Do you follow the steps that I follow? Have you got a more complicated or a simpler version? What products do you like using, and have you used any of the products that I've used? Do share your knowledge and experience, and let's have a chat in the comments. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please consider giving it a good thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to hear more from me, I have a monthly newsletter, and the link to subscribe to that is in the description box below, along with all the products that I've talked about today. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.